Good morning, pregame crew. Good morning, good morning. Can you see me? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? Let's get started in just a minute. Coming on a little early. Wednesday, July 14th, 8:26 Eastern. Bill, Sue Connor was asking about, is Bill still a good trade? Bill, I'm assuming she meant the chart, Bill. And a nice uptrend. Got a new all-time high yesterday. Actually, it didn't. It double topped at 195.95. So we hit it within 29 cents. But this is a beautiful chart. Nothing wrong with this chart. Awesome. Thank you, D-Man, P-Court, Judd. Hi, Tammy, Sue, Mr. Chadbad, Naresh, Zakario, Chuck. Oh, hey, Night Truck. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Widow, Jorge. Jason's not with us today. So when you see the chart, guys, if there's any comments, that is me. I will dust off my crystal ball, David, and try to help. Hey, Bobby. So on Bill, it looks great. Got to get through that all-time high right now. We had a pretty hard rejection there yesterday, Sue, but the market did pull back the rest of the day, so that would be expected. They did get an upgrade this morning, so your resistance on Bill. I'm not officially getting started, people. I'm just trying to help with questions as they come up in the room because I can't help myself. So Sue, if you want to screenshot your resistances here and support, Bill could be a good trade to the upside today if the market supports it. Hi, Amerisia Syndicate. I know who you are now. You're welcome, Fred. Hey, Dana B, Sid, David, Sebro, Sam. Update my Windows, please. My Windows needs to be updated? News to me. Pretty new computer, like literally a month old. And I did a system update. So Sam, just help a girl out. Tell me what to do. Hey, Bobo. Hey, Eric. We'll get started in 2 minutes. I'm going to go back to ES. If you are interested in my chart setup, it is on the screen now. Awesome, Sandy. Thanks for joining us. And Johnny, hi. I will do my best to help you get ready for the trading day. As I always say, the minute I turn my mic off, more data enters the market every second. So with that additional data, more decisions have to be made, changed. So just always remember that I'm trying to give you context for the day and just try to give you a structure of what the market is looking like, and then we go from there. I'm looking for movers and shakers on the day to maybe give you some day trading opportunities. It's up to you to manage your risk. That is your number one job. Because I can't help myself. I'm going to get started right now. Speaking of risk, so I used to be in healthcare management, and the first thing that we would do when we go into big surgery centers or physician practices where there were 70 doctors, first thing we would do to help the practice manager, the CEO with the business, we'd do risk management first. Because if a flood floods the office, floods the surgery center, and you can't operate for 2 months and you have no business interruption insurance, you're down and out, literally. You're out. So risk management is the number one hat any manager must wear, a CEO, whatever job if you're in a position of leadership, risk management is your number one job. You think it's P&L? Nope. Risk management. Make sure you have proper insurances in place. Make sure you have proper security measures. What if you have a disgruntled employee that walks in? Make sure you protect your employees. Risk management is job numero uno. So it's the same thing that we're reminded often. We had someone post in our community that they were done trading. They didn't manage risk, and it's a heartbreaker. It's actually a tearjerker because I'm sensitive like that. I'm a mom of 5. and I got a bleeding heart, but risk management is your number one job. It is not technical analysis. We teach technical analysis, but we also teach risk management. Here we go, a little pop. Just a reminder that I think Powell is speaking today. Let me go to Dan's whiteboard. Sorry about that. Don't want to see that. Come on, don't show. Okay, let's see. Let me go to the economics calendar. Yep, Jerome Powell speaks at 12 p.m. Eastern. So we had a little negative response yesterday. We had Bostic, I believe, is one of the FOMC guys. He spoke yesterday at noon Eastern, and we had the bond auction, and it negatively impacted us. So just remember your economics calendar. Okay, I'm going to delete my screen setup. All right, we got ES popping here. Your next resistance on ES is up at 438375. So I am playing with my alerts, so I hope they're not too annoying. Okay, thank you, Tammy. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Fred. Hey, Sam. Sue, Real. So, hey, Ronnie. What I do is I start every morning. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. I go over the Fab Four futures, commodities, crypto, and movers and shakers of the day. So you see the screen here. This is what my eyes are focused on. I want to give you the most up-to-date technical information that I can, get you prepared for the day. We have moderators that are in the YouTube chat that I am not monitoring. They're monitoring it. They'll help you answer the questions to the best of their ability. And when I am done with my 20 minutes of being on stage, then I will hop over there and try to help you with whatever questions you may have with the time constraints that I have. Charting Man Dan will go live in 28 minutes over in the Chart Guys community, and I like to be done by then, not just out of respect for him, but dang, we like to listen to him. Okay, so with ES, we got a nice little pop here. We got volume coming in, but that's expected this time of day. Support 436650, 436150, 4353 yesterday. What happened yesterday? So with yesterday, we had this big response. This is when you and I were talking, and I was concerned because we weren't putting it in reverse quick enough. Typically, when we have an exaggerated move from economics data and then we flip it and reverse it quickly, then we can usually stay with that trend all day. This was a really slow shift here. Really slow shift. And then, but when the market opened, they started buying the dip. Market internals were telling me there was divergence. I actually talked about it with Jason yesterday after market hours. So I really focus on tick. Excuse my handwriting, but this is the best I can do right now. And it helps me keep things simple. So with tick yesterday, it was positive. We had one negative 600 plus, so a negative 700 at open, and I always disregard the at open tick. It's typically an exaggerated move, but after that opening tick, we didn't have any sustained ticks below 600 until around here. And that's when the 30-year bond auction happened, and Bostic started talking with the FOMC, and then things started unraveling. But the ADD, advanced decliners, it was negative all day. Even during this pop up, it showed there were just a couple names lifting this market up. But under the hood, things were not looking good. We had some basic system breakdowns on the dashboard within the market, even when we were flying up here. That divergence tells me caution, caution. And I told Jason I disregarded ADD yesterday. Even in live, I was like, wow, it's negative 1,000. But tick looks good, hunky-dory, let's keep going. My bad. That was a huge divergence that I cannot ignore. So if you're following Vold, trend, peak call, skew, whatever market internals you're looking at, we're constantly looking for divergences or alignment. When things are in alignment, we're going to have a trend day, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. You will make the most money on trend days, and that's when everything is lined up positive, 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 positive. And so you have all your market internals are positive. Your four leaders, ES, NASDAQ, YM, Russell, they're all aligned. You are going to have your biggest money days on trend days. Some people sit and wait for trend days, and we may have 3 or 4 a month. You can make all the money you need to make on a trend day, and we're looking for alignment. When we have divergences and we have this is positive, this is negative, this is negative, this is positive, then what a lot of people like to call chop, but it's actually rotation. We have money rotating, and you're constantly trying to follow that money. Where is it rotating in or rotating out of? So just recognize when everything's in alignment, that's when we're going to have our trend days. We're going to have beautiful days. Yesterday, we had divergences here that were pretty clear for those looking at it and not looking to disregard it. So with ES, nice little pop here. NASDAQ, nice little pop. The only resistance remaining is the all-time high, 1499475, and then 15,000 psychological. And then we have YM that has a psychological resistance at 35,000. So don't forget that. We do have some resistances before that on YM. So we're getting through 34809. Your next resistance, 34868, 34896. Support, 34667, 34548. And remember, more money has been lost trying to call tops in markets than actually the market falling apart. So more money has been lost with people trying to call the top of the market than the actual fall apart of the market. So please don't forget that. So our strongest this morning is NASDAQ, then RTY, then ES, and then YM. Now that is in terms of percentages. When I scan out and I look at the 4 hour and I say, okay, what is the health of the market? Actually, I'm going to show you my notes. So when we say, let's inspect the market, are we above the EMAs on the 4 hour? Let's say that's our litmus test for health of the market. What is the foundation of the market? To bring current events, what happened in Miami was horrific. And there were inspectors who disregarded the cracks in the foundation. And our job is we are home inspectors. In technical analysis, we are home inspectors. We are looking for solid foundations for longs and shaky foundations for shorts. If we go inspect the market, if we're looking for these strong foundations, is everything in alignment? ES, is it above the 4 hour EMAs? Yes. NASDAQ? Yes. YM? Yes. RTY? No. So RTY had a nice bounce overnight, but look at what we're coming up into, this 4 hour EMA resistance overhead. We talked about this yesterday. So with this bounce up into the EMAs, and then we got rejected. So we could bounce, but odds favor a lower high running into these overhead resistances again. So RTY is a small crack in our little foundation. Let's look at XLF. XLF had GS and JPM yesterday with amazing earnings. This morning, Bank of America soft earnings, Wells Fargo soft earnings. So we could have more red today in XLF. Look at these EMAs. We are below the 4 hour. That's a large crack in our foundation. XLF represents a huge component of SPY. XLV, is it above? It's marginally above the EMAs, yes. What about transports? They're below the 4 hour EMAs, and transports represent the core of our economy, how we move about the country. You're free to move about the cabin. That is really important to our entire market. It is not above the 4 hour EMAs. That's a small crack. Now let's look at the 4 biggest components in QQQ and XLY and XLC, but they really make up a large components of our market. Are they above the 4 hour EMAs? Yes, yes, yes. So that's what's propping up the market. I'm putting in quotation marks. If any of these 4 were to roll over, then we could get some incoming consolidation. But basically, we have some small divergences, but we don't have red flags that are saying short the heck out of this market. We just don't have it. So again, we are inspectors. We are looking for solid foundations for longs, so we can enter at that solid foundation, and we're looking for shaky foundations for shorts, where we're standing on top of the ceiling and we see all these cracks and we're waiting to go through the floor. That's where we're looking to short. So in intraday, once the market opens, then I'm looking for alignment and divergences. Yesterday, I saw that we did not have sustained ticks below 600 for bearish plays, but ADD was on the floor. That was some divergence that I did not pay attention to like I wanted to yesterday. So that's just our little technical analysis. You declare bankruptcy. Okay. All right. You hate everything. Okay, ADD is separate. You do not have to add ADD to your charts. I have it over here to the right on another screen. It's just something that I monitor. So think about this. So XLF, this chart, any chart you're looking at, this is your GPS. Here's your GPS. This tells you where we're going and where we're gonna go. And we're saying, okay, when it gets down here, I'm gonna take a left and I'm gonna go back up north. This is we're looking ahead. This is the road. So the chart is the road. The market internals are your dashboard. Are things running hot, getting overheated? I mean, are we losing tire pressure? That's your dashboard. That tells you how your car is operating and who's driving the car. The chart is the road. Now, the more advanced that you can get and the more tools you can add to your belt, wonderful. Do you need to know market internals to trade well? Heck no. You can trade by just looking at the road. Just keep your eyes on the road, period. And you'll know when your car starts slowing down, you'll see the candles. It'll tell you. So you don't need the market internals in order to drive properly and safely, but it does give you an extra edge in the market. So for me, it helps me. It helps me not get overly long when I'm not supposed to, not get overly short. It's a dashboard telling me what is going on in the control panel of my car. So with RTY, let's go back. So on the 1 hour, 227470 is your resistance. So on so many time frames, we are looking for lower highs on RTY. Support 2226 and then 2214. YM, I think I gave you this, but let's do it again. 34896, 34915. Your resistance is 34667, 34548. Gold looks great. I had gold looking great. I had GDX down here and now it's really popping. So hopefully we haven't missed our opportunity. So on gold, your resistance, we already ran through that. Your next resistance is up at 1866. So I'm going to jump over to GDX and show you why I like this. So we're testing this resistance in pre-market. So GDX are the gold miners. So gold miners mine gold. They are strongly connected to gold. It is not a one-for-one correlation. Miners typically need the market to be up and gold to be up in order to go up. So this is a king of the mountain long for me today, GDX. And you could either do GDX calls or you could do Nugget, NUGT. That is GDX to the long side, but that's a 3 times ETF, way more risk involved. So your resistances are 3510, 3518. This is my king of the mountain long. I would love a pullback. Your support in pre-market 3471 and then 3428. And this is because gold's got some giddy up. Gold has giddy up. Support 1824 and 1817. I talked about, I believe it was Monday, the gold apathy. Real apathetic, the buyers and the bulls. Nobody had interest. It was just like the black sheep of the family. But there's interest in gold. This is not Tommy, Susie, Sally buying. This is some big buys in here. So with gold, a nice way to play that is GDX intraday for a day trade. Oil, I think someone asked me about oil on the chat. So yesterday we were watching this little maneuver and we popped up higher. We got a lower wick of buying of the dip on the 4 hour. It is inventory day. So at 10:30 Eastern, we have inventory. It will impact the price of oil. Key resistance 75.52. Key support 73.65. We're red. There was some OPEC news overnight. Again, if you don't trade commodities on the regular, I would not make this year my year to learn commodities. That's just my opinion, and that's from a lot of experience with commodities. I came to TCG 4 years and 3 months ago with lots of commodities. It was what my passion was, but it is a very difficult space to trade. Bitcoin got a little pop overnight. We are breaking bear from this hourly inside bar here. Your support overnight, 31,600. I cannot feel good about Bitcoin to the long side. Every pop just gets shorted. So on shorter term time frames, you have 31,600, 30,900, then 30,173. Resistance is at 32687, 32812. So Bitcoin did get a pop overnight. So because Bitcoin got a pop overnight, I'm looking at coin for a bottom fish support, 240.12, 233.61. Personally, I can't stand this company. I think their format and their platform is absolutely terrible, but I cannot let my fundamental views get in the way of a technical setup. So we have an inside bar last week, and that high is 256.99, that low 232.34. To this week's bar, which we're only 2 days into this bar, it hasn't closed yet. What would be awesome is for it to stay within last week's range all of this week, and then next week break. That would be really nice. But if we came down to 240.12, it could be a bottom fishing opportunity. Bitcoin needs to stay up and hold this last support. So we have a support over here of 322.8514. So the Bitcoin bulls are hoping this 15-minute EMA will hold and that we could bounce up. Coin needs Bitcoin to go up in order for coin to get a bull bounce going. Ethereum resistance 1958.29, 2007.31, support 1871.57, 1865. This consolidation looks a little bit healthier than Bitcoin. I'm going to flip over to Bitcoin. See how Bitcoin is down by this 15-minute 26 EMA and Ethereum is hovering above it with an air pocket? Your EMAs can tell you so much, so very much about price that I heavily rely on them, and the more I use them, the more heavily I rely on them. So, don't disregard your EMAs. Apple had news that there's increased demand for iPhones. They ordered, instead of 75 million, 90 million. They had 3 upgrades this morning. JP Morgan said they're the company, whatever, du jour. So they're in the driver's seat today. Apple continues to go up. The market has a decreased chance of rolling over. Apple in the driver's seat means we keep charging higher for the general market. Individual names, of course, can do their own thing. Resistance 148.78, support. This was earlier this morning. Let me just start over. So on a pullback, I like Apple to the long side, and it's hard to get short this market with Apple this strong. Apple up 2% in pre-market. Do y'all know what that means in market cap? I don't. I can't do the math that fast. I'd have to get a calculator and go to Yahoo Finance to get that market cap increase. But 1.9%, that's probably millions, if not billions of dollars of an increase in market cap. That's huge. Apple is on a tear. We've been talking about how pretty this chart is. This parabolic move, the separation of these EMAs, and how it would that's like a kickstand, and it just kicked price up parabolically. So with Apple, all this upgrades, all this good news, I like Apple to the long side. Coin I like to the long side for a bottom fish if Bitcoin can get going. GDX, this is my king of the mountain long for the day. This is tied to gold, assuming gold will keep going up. Yes, time to change and focus, Dawn. I'm with you. We just got to stay focused on just a couple of charts. This is all I'm focusing on today. Here's my list. I'm ready to go. I dropped Amazon for the day trading. It gave a lot back yesterday, and I realized I'm getting too attached to it. And when I see my fundamentals start clouding my technical vision, I'm going to back away from it. My job is to make money for my family. My job is not to catch every move in Amazon to the upside or downside. That is not my job. My job is to feed the mouths in my family. So I cannot get so attached that it interferes with my objective every day, which is to make money. So I cleaned up my charts today. This is what I'm watching. It would have to be some big news to come in for me to change my watch list. Google got an upgrade. Google looks great, just wonderful. It held up very nicely yesterday, held up green when the market was pulling back pretty hard. It didn't pull back as hard as Amazon. So I like Google to the long side if the market can keep going. LB. So we talked about space yesterday, and it was a beautiful short. We talked about BA. It was a beautiful short. LB falls in the category of space. So think about space had a $500 million offering. LB has a 20 million share offering. That's significant. Okay, so I should be able to do that math in my head. And I can, is that 1 point, 4 billion. Oh gosh. It makes me sad. I know I'm making my LSU professors so sad when I can't do this math in my head. Times 74. Yeah, 1.48 billion. I don't know. Somebody do that math if you can. It's a huge offering. So a pop up into 76.03 for me is a natural shorting area, and then $77 is your resistance. So LB is a king of the mountain short for me. MA was such a beautiful chart, and then it got some negative news this morning. We have this big squeeze on the daily. We have this elevated volume. I like MA for a swing. We had some clunky news come in this morning. I don't think this chart's busted, or it will get busted from this news. This is a beautiful chart. So a buy down around 380 could be a good buy. Shop, I am bullish this chart. This chart looks great. This chart's like, what pullback yesterday? We have this 1587.74 pop the other day. I don't like when charts do this. I would actually prefer this chart had it not had this pop, because now we got this resistance overhead. I like the slow turn and burn, but I like shop to the long side. Ulta got an upgrade. I love this congestion pattern. It doesn't have the squeeze as clear as I like it, but I like this congestion pattern where we have this Darvis box essentially. If we break over 344.50, our next resistance 345.50. Lulu had an upgrade, but let me show you the type of names I avoid. Oh, now it's looking good. So this morning I was looking at it was around here, but we have this clear resistance up here. It was just so far to go. So now we're making the move pre-market. I just don't like it as much, because will the buyers be exhausted when they approach 378.43? If you like Lulu, it had an upgrade. It could be an opportunity to buy it on a pullback. Okay, Zella. This name had some giddy up yesterday. So your resistance is 525, 545, support 445. 412 and 397. If you like volatile names, this is one of them. I don't know what the shorts are like. I don't know that I could play it long up here. We have this huge upper wick yesterday, so it has some high volume this morning. QQQ. Apple's leading this one around by the nose. It's hard to get short QQQ with Apple so strong, so I would watch Apple for Qs if you're wanting to short the Qs. Apple's got to roll over. Resistance 36547, support 36263, then 36154. SPY 43784 is your resistance, and then 43480 is your key support, and then below that we're looking down at 43383. Can Apple carry the market on its back is the theme, the story of the day. Can it do it? If the answer to that question is yes, then the market will keep going. I had a lot more to go over with you on your entry criteria for a strong foundation name. Like, I just used BA as an example. Don't give me any lip, because I know BA is a weak name, but I was just trying to think of a name that's clearly in one sector, like YM. All of these decision criteria, it's like it's a flow diagram. If yes, then go down this decision tree. If no, then go down this decision tree. There are so many decisions that we have to make an entry. Bottom line is we're looking for the decision tree. We're looking for yeses, 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 yeses in order to enter. If anything is standing out as a big no, then we shouldn't enter. Those are divergences that are saying, wait, that's a warning sign. Not everything is lined up. There are too many good trades that happen in a day, a week, a month for you to take less than optimum trades. Look for alignment in order to take a trade to the long side. Okay. All right. Anything else? We all watch too many things, and we have to decrease what we look at. Thank you, Fred. That's nice. All right. Anything else? I'm taking one ticker, then we got to jump on over and listen to Dan the Man. Okay. Thank you, Virtual Crickets. Hey, Tammy. I'm glad. Tammy, don't get too attached to Amazon and shop. You didn't sleep well, Mr. Chadbad? Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you for being honest with yourself. Your job is to be a risk manager. So if you didn't sleep well last night, let's say you're a pilot, would you go fly a Southwest plane loaded with 200 people? If you didn't sleep well and you got a headache, you don't feel good, would you go fly a plane with 200 people on it? No, that's risk management. You're like, no, I am not my best. I don't feel good. I should not be behind, a plane. I should not be flying a plane. Same thing with trading. If you're not at your absolute best and there are things that are off, and it happens. Like Dan says, we have the ability to say, if we're a marathon runner, we can say today is not my day. I'm not going to run the marathon. We don't have to, it's like if you have a marathon 3 months from now, that date is set, a real marathon. And if you don't feel good that morning, too bad, so sad. But if you are a trader, you get to choose every day. Is today my day? Do I feel good? Great, I'll trade. If not, I'll sit it out. Okay, good, Tammy. Hey, Tom G, I don't have my own room with Chart Guys. I'm a partner in Chart Guys. I post in every room. They can't stop me. I post everywhere. My preference is day trading options, so both, Lalo. Call you an Ibiza. Okay, here's your names. Tesla. We have 4 minutes. Tesla was giving back a lot yesterday here when the market was strong here. Oliver, was it Oliver that asked for it? Yes. Tesla was pulling back. So I don't trust Tesla as far as I can throw it. This would be my high school boyfriend, Terry, is what I'd call Tesla. Don't trust it, all right? So here are your resistances on Tesla. Here is your support. Yesterday, we had average amount of volume, but look at it. It was all bears. So we had bulls here and bears here. Let's see who wins today. Odds favor we would stay within this range today. We could have an inside moment where the pre-market resistance holds and this after hours support holds and we just stay in the middle. But these bulls and bears got to get their life together. This is not what you want to see. It got me turned yesterday because I liked that bullish move the day before and then it just puked yesterday all day long. Tilray and then we're done. Tilray. Nice EQ. Beautiful, tight EQ. Wow, nice. Okay, here are your levels on Tilray. Tighter she goes. Get tight. And the tighter you go, then you're going to get some explosion. Oh, my Lord. Okay, Tilray just got on my radar today. I know it had the Schumer news, but that is an amazing squeeze. This is getting tight. This one should have some nice follow through to the upside or downside, depending on the direction, which I'm not predicting. I'm just saying it's tight. So whichever way it goes, it could have nice follow through. That's it for me. Please hit the like button. Let's go listen to Dan. Thank y'all for joining me.